Alright guys, here's your review video for your test tomorrow. Follow along. This is a good study tool for you to use. So our first question says, students in a class were surveyed, 30% liked math, and 2/5 liked science, and then 0.36 liked ELA. So whenever you're comparing something, you gotta change them all to percents, decimals, or fractions. You can't have like a mix of any of them. So I like to change them all to percents. So I know 30% liked math because the question told me that. I know that 2/5 like science, so to change a fraction into a percent, do it in your calculator. 2 divided by 5 is 0.4, and then 0.4 times 100 is 40. So that's 40%. And then 0.36, to go from a decimal to a percent, you want to move it 2 to the right. So it's 36%. Now you can rank them from favorite to least. So the most favorite was science, and then ELA, and then we ended with math. Alright, next problem. Let's go ahead and erase this. It says, what's 55% of 900? So I'm going to draw myself a table, and I'm going to put percents, or sorry, not percents, parts, and then the whole. So it's 55%, so I have 55 out of 100, and then it's of 900. Of means whole, so my whole is 900, so I'm trying to figure out the part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle these two numbers, draw arrows backwards, and now I have to divide. So I'm going to get my calculator out real fast. 100 divided by 900 is 0.11. So then I also need to do 55 divided by 0.11, and that gives me an answer of 500. Alright, moving on to the next one. Let's go ahead and erase. This one says 32% of what number is 12. So you should automatically know that it gives me the is, so I'm looking for the of, or another word for of is the whole. So I'm going to draw my table again, part and whole. 32%, that's going to be 32, and then 100 is going to go here, and then is means part, so now I need to have 12. So I'm going to circle my two numbers again. I'm going to draw arrows back. 32 divided by 12, that's 2.6, and there's another 6. So I'm going to do that same thing over here, and then 100 divided by 2.66 is 37.59. If you're watching right now, I want you to draw a star on the top right-hand corner of your test, and I will give you a point of extra credit. Alright, next one. Let's go ahead and erase. Let's try to erase at least. There we go. So this one says, Scott was given $80 to spend on candy. If he spent 55, what percent of money does he have left? So the key here is we want to know how much does he have left. So I know overall he had $80 to spend, but I know he spent 55 of those $80, so he has $25 left. And then I'm going to turn this into a percent. So if you have your foldables with you, to turn a fraction into a percent, the easiest way is to put it in your calculator. So 25 divided by 80, that is 0.3125. Then, to change a decimal into a percent, you move the spot over 2, so it's 31.25% is what he has left. So you're not taking what he spent. You want to know how much money he had left, which was that $25. Alright, next one. This one says convert 9 feet into inches. It's been a while since we did some converting, so make sure that you know how to do this kind of stuff. So we have 9 feet. I'll give you the conversions on the test, but what you need to know now is that 12 inches, not feet. The conversion you need to know is that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And we're going to use that to solve the rest of this. So, if there are 12 inches in 1 foot, I want to put 1 foot down here and 12 inches on the top, just because I need the feet to cross out so that I'm left with inches, which is what I want to be left with. Now I'm going to multiply across on the top. 9 times 12 is 108. And on the bottom, I just have 1. So my answer would be 108 inches. Alright, moving on to the next one. This one says to convert 4.6 kilograms into grams. So, I'm going to start by writing 4.6 kilograms. I'm going to draw my lines here. The conversion is that 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, so I have to use that. So I'm going to put the 1 kilogram down here because I need the kilograms to cross out, which means on the top I had to put the 1,000 grams. Kilograms cross out, you multiply across, you're going to get 4,600 grams. Alright, last one. How many feet are in 2.5 miles? So again, on your test, I would give you the conversion, but the conversion is that there are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So I'm going to use that. So I start by writing 2.5 miles, because that's what I started out with. Draw my line. Whoa. Let me move that. Hold on one second. Alright, we're back. So I'm going to use that. So I need to put 1 mile down here, and then 5,280 feet up top. The reason I do that is now my miles cross out. I'm left with feet. Oops. And feet is what I want. So I can multiply across 2.5. Oops. 2.5 times 5,280. That's 13,200. So my answer is 13,200 feet. Now let's say for some reason there was like a 2 down here. Then I would put 13,200 on the top, and I put 2 on the bottom, and then you want to divide. But since there was just a 1, we didn't have to. But if there's a number besides 1 down here, then you are going to have to divide to get your final answer. All right, that's all I have for you. If you have questions, come in tomorrow morning. I'd be happy to answer them. Good luck studying.